Hello everyone, my name is Ivo. Great to see you and welcome to Cooking with the Koyas. You know, in Germany and Austria, they're known for their schnitzel. But if you can't necessarily travel there, how about making schnitzel right at home? It's quick, it's easy, and it's absolutely delicious. So today, folks, I'm going to share with you how I make my pork schnitzel. Let's get started right now. So when making schnitzel, it's nice to set yourself up with a little workstation. So I have 2 pork chops right here that we're going to make into pork schnitzel. So we're going to start off by juicing 1 lemon. So lemons in general go fantastic with schnitzel. So I'm going to take the juice from 1 lemon and put it in my first station. Don't worry about seeds, because we're just going to dip our pork chops in that lemon juice. So there we have the juice from 1 lemon. That's great. Next station is flour. So we're going to use all-purpose flour. And I've got a 1/2 cup here of all-purpose flour. It's probably more than I need. A 1/4 cup was probably enough, but I want to make sure they're well coated. Next station, 1 egg. If I need more eggs, I'll add them, but I'm going to start with 1 egg. Okay, and then all you do with that is just lightly beat it, just with a fork. There we go. So our 1 egg is now, it's a large size egg. Our next station is breadcrumb. So for this station, you could use regular breadcrumbs, but what I like to do, folks, when I make my schnitzel is I like to use panko breadcrumbs because they're crunchier. Oh, that's 1 cup. That's 1 cup of panko breadcrumbs. That looks like that's going to do it. And to the breadcrumbs, I like to season them a little bit. So I am going to add 1.5 teaspoons of paprika. And I'm also going to add some parsley. So I have it's about a cup of parsley, and I took the leaves off. It's the Italian style flat leaf parsley, but you could use any parsley. And the way I like to cut it up is roll it up into a ball, and then nice and tight, and then that way you can easily chop it. It's so much easier to cut when it's in a nice tight ball. And then you can continue with your chef's knife and chop it up. Now this, I'm going to say the parsley is optional. I like to add it. It adds color and flavor. But if you do not have parsley, you do not need to add it. Okay, it is optional. But again, this is how I make my my schnitzel. So in goes the parsley. There we go. And then just with your hand, just kind of mix it all together. This might be better suited in a bigger plate or a bowl even. So I might move it into another container. In fact, I think I will. I could probably put it right here. That'll work. All right, there we go. Okay, our breadcrumbs are seasoned and ready. Now what we have to do is prepare our pork chops. Now, quite simply, with a meat tenderizer, place your pork chop. Take 1 pork chop. That's a boneless pork chop right there, folks. Put it in between 2 sheets of plastic, and then with the flat side of the meat tenderizer, make a little bit of noise and just pound it out to about 1/4 inch thick. Okay, and there we go. You can see it's pretty much about doubled in size. You know, it started about that big and now it's that big. It's about doubled in size. Okay, first one is done. Look at that, it looks beautiful already. And then what I like to do is just with a knife, just cut a little bit on the edge. Just give a little slit on the edges. This just helps prevent the cutlet from going back to its original state. So just a few slits just around the outside edge. Okay. Now,
we're just going to put that in our lemon juice. You want it to sit, about 30 seconds each side. While that's sitting in there, we can start pounding our second piece. Okay, and as you can see, our second piece is now done. Okay, it can come out. Now I did already turn this once, so that's been sitting 30 seconds or so each side, thereabouts. I'll just put that aside. Do the same thing with this one now. Just put just a few slits around the outside. Okay. And in the lemon juice, one side for, about 30 seconds, let it soak, and then we'll flip it. Okay, let's give it a flip. There we go. Sit in that beautiful lemon juice. Very nice. Time to take it out. And there we go. There we have our two beautiful schnitzels getting ready to go. What we want to do now is just dry them. So we want to dry any excess moisture from those cutlets or chops. Just with a paper towel. Just pat them dry. Now we can get our station going. So we're going to start with the flour, and you want to dip it in flour both sides and make sure it's completely coated in flour. As you can see, we have a generous amount of flour. A quarter cup would have been enough. Okay. Station 1, floured. Station 2, egg. And again, you want to make sure it's completely coated with the egg on both sides. Now, do not water down your egg. Use the egg as is. That way you get a nice thicker batter. Okay, we drip off the excess. Next station is our beautiful breadcrumb that we seasoned up so nicely. And get both sides coated in the breadcrumb. So let's just stage that. Another plate. There we go. There's one ready to go right there, folks. Now let's do our second one. Same process as before. So we're going to start with the flour. Coat it on both sides. Again, this is just all-purpose flour I'm using. Okay. Station 2, the egg. And as you can see, it looks like the one egg was enough. So that worked out well. One side completely covered. It looks like I have a dry spot on the first side, so I'm going to, and I got a couple dry spots here too. So let's make sure that it's completely covered because we want that breadcrumb mixture to stick. See that little bit of white there? It's okay, we'll get that little corner, that little bit of white. There we go. Okay. And back to our breadcrumb station. Alrighty. And we're going to do the same thing here. Just get it coated with those beautiful breadcrumbs. Okay. That is now done. And let's make our way over to the stove because they are ready for the frying pan. So let's fire up our stove. There we go. I'm going to use grapeseed oil for frying, but you could use regular vegetable oil, or I like to use sunflower oil. And don't be shy with the oil. You don't necessarily have to, let's say, deep fry it, but you want enough oil that the schnitzels are going to be swimming around in there pretty good. So I like to give a good, quarter inch or so of oil. That looks pretty good. There we go. And to that, we're going to add a little more flavor. We're going to add about a quarter cup of butter. So we're going to fry it with a butter and oil mixture. So let's bring that up to temperature. We want to bring it up to around 300 and 340 thereabouts. So we're going to melt that butter down. Then with my temperature gauge, I'll be able to check the temperature. This is the most handiest tool ever, so we're at 149 right there. We're gonna bring it up to around 330, 340, 350, thereabouts. I've got it on about medium to medium high, just to get it up to temperature. And we're at 208 right now. Okay, we are at temperature. We're actually at 350, 355. I'm gonna drop the temp down just a bit. So we'll take one schnitzel. I'm gonna cook one at a time. There we go. Now these don't take long to cook. And I like to toss a little bit of your oil mixture on top while you're cooking. It helps with the puffiness and the crispiness. Okay, and it only needs like 2 to 3 minutes per side, depending on your thickness. You want them to be golden brown. And keep an eye on your temperature. You don't want it to get too hot. No, temperature is good. So we'll let that cook and sizzle for, a good 2 minutes till we get a nice golden brown color. Now, if you're ever in Germany or Austria and you order schnitzel, these are going to be considered very small because the ones they serve, folks, are like overhanging over top of your dinner plate. They're huge. Okay. Now you can make them huge too. It just depends how big the pieces that you start with, right? So. Alrighty. How's our temperature doing? Doing good. Let's take a peek. Just a little peek. Oh yeah, it's coming. It's starting to get that nice color, folks. Again, you can continue to kind of work the top a little bit. It's been a couple minutes and it's already, you can see, it's a very, very golden brown. That's perfect color right there, folks. Absolutely perfect. Now we'll give it another couple minutes on this side. Check our temperature again. Oh yeah, that's perfect. So I'm going to leave it on just slightly below medium high. That seems to be maintaining a good temperature here, folks. I'm going to say, folks, that is done. So we're going to take it out, plate it. Let's take our other schnitzel and put it in. We'll get that one started. Now this one here I got on a paper towel, so any excess oil will drip off. And this is the time you want to salt to taste. Okay, I'm going to salt the one side and then salt the other side. So same thing with this one. Take a little bit of that oil and put it on top to help things along here a bit. Okay, very nice. Let's take a peek. Yeah, nice golden brown. Very nice. We'll turn it over, a couple minutes on that side, and we're done. Schnitzel comes together very quickly, folks. Okay, let's take a peek. See how we're doing. Oh yeah, that's looking really good. We've got some nice color there, golden color. Perfect. So same thing, folks. We're going to put it on paper towel and season it with our salt. Let's turn our heat off on the stove. Okay. Salt to taste at this point, folks. Salt to taste. Flip it around. Look at that. That's a beautiful, beautiful schnitzel right there. Okay, let's get these plated. To our plate, I'm going to, for garnish, although we did use a little bit of lemon already when we started, you also can squeeze a little bit of lemon juice, or a little bit of, yeah, squeeze a little bit of lemon juice on top when you're ready to eat it. There you have it, folks. Pork schnitzel ready for the table and ready for the taste test. Oh yes, those of you who know me, folks, know that this is my favorite part of each episode, the taste test. I love it. Okay, so let's take one here. This one here looks really nice on the plate. I am going to squeeze a little bit of lemon on there. Okay. Very, very, very nice. Like I said, crunchy on the outside, moist and tender on the inside, and packed with flavor. And that little bit of lemon on the top and that little bit of soaking that we did, absolutely perfect. Folks, what a simple dish to make. So simple, comes together quick, fantastic results. If you've never tried pork schnitzel, you really got to give it a try. Next time you're in the kitchen or next time you're out shopping, grab some pork chops, take them home, cook them up, fry them up, and enjoy your dinner. That's what we're going to do today. I want to thank you for joining me on today's episode of Cooking with the Koyas. And again, buon appetito. Until next time. Another piece. So good.